So I'm delighted this afternoon to be with Richard Thorpe online. I seem to be online a lot more than I used to be with Zoom. I love Zoom. Um, but this is not an advert for Zoom. This is an advert more about the beautiful, successful story of Richard Thorpe, who's a professional rugby player, former professional rugby player, 10 years, playing at the highest level, playing for the Canadian team in the 2015 Rugby World Cup. And the beautiful rugby ball. I don't know the story about that particular ball behind you, Richard.
That rugby ball does have a story. It's probably a bit long for this.
Okay.
For this video interview.
But when we do another video interview at some point, we will get.
Could maybe tell that story on Thursday, because it's quite interesting where we trained with the Canadian Special Forces prior to the Rugby World Cup in 2015. So there is an interesting story behind that one, actually.
So, Richard, I know you can't be, unfortunately, at my Property Development Summit tomorrow. Well, for you, it's your big day. You're in Exmouth, I think. Yep, didn't forget, playing Exmouth tomorrow. Richard, you're the coach of one of the leading teams in your division. You're number 2 in your division at the moment.
Played one right now. We're top of the league.
Oh, you told me it was 2 the other day.
Yeah, we're actually 1.
Okay. Well, apologies. All is good. But Richard, rather than me interrupt you too many times, which I could easily do, tell me a little bit about yourself for the listeners out there who are thinking of coming along to the fantastic morning meet. Just share with my listeners a little bit about yourself and property and rugby and how they fit together.
Right. Well, I mean, you described my story as beautiful. I don't know if I don't know if I've ever heard it described as that before. I'm not entirely sure I agree with that, but thank you very much. Nice compliment. So yeah, my background has been in professional rugby. I retired from a 13-year professional rugby career at the end of last season, and I've transitioned now into business. Now, for the last 10 years, whilst I was playing, I was investing in property. I was building myself a little portfolio, doing some light developments, and looking to get into property after my rugby career. And that's what I've now done. I now run a company called RDT Invest, and we do mezzanine and equity finance to SME developers. So that's my business. So next Thursday morning, you've obviously invited me down to speak, which I'm thrilled to come down and speak at a Brendan Quinn event, as I always am. And I've been asked to come down and speak about mindset and mentality. So going through a career in professional sport, your mindset, mental approach that you take to your job is crucial if you're going to be successful. And I've really found that the virtues of your mindset as a rugby player or as a sportsman are very relevant in the business world. And we very much got a rugby flavour around what we do at RDT Invest. So I'm going to be speaking about exactly that. What are the relevant virtues from that sport can teach business? Is there any way that we can incorporate sports psychology into the workplace to try and make ourselves operate at a higher level? I've also gone through a career transition. That can be a very exciting time. It can also be a very daunting time for a lot of people. And I know a lot of people in your communities, Brendan, are actually transitioning from one career usually into property. So I can relate very closely to that. And I've got a lot of thoughts and ideas about the best way of doing it.
Sure. And there's also transitioning from being a traditional buy-to-let investor to moving into the development arena as well.
Well, absolutely. I mean, I've also done that. I started out as a portfolio acquisition landlord, essentially, moved into property development, and now we've moved into property funding. So we're within the same sector, but operating in different spaces within it. So those present different challenges. And there are obviously things that I can share with the group on Thursday morning that would help them in their own transitions. And that's kind of what I hope to really get out of the morning, and ultimately to explore what the mindset and mentality really is of people that are functioning at a high level. What is the required mindset for high performance? I've got some views on that from my own experience in sport and in my transition through into rugby, and I'm really looking forward to sharing those with yourself and your and the attendees on Thursday morning.
So as I say, that's coming up this Thursday morning, in about 6 days' time, something like that. So that's at the Grosvenor Casino, Central London. Do book early because places are limited. And of course, most of my focus of attention in the next 24 hours or 12 hours or whenever you're listening to the video, because it's not too far to go, is the Property Development Summit, which is sponsored by No Agent. Richard, I just want to say huge thanks for you taking time out today. I know it's really, really quick. I was going to say maybe we could take 80 minutes at some point.
80 minutes.
Yeah.
Rugby analogy in there somewhere.
Yeah. So, how can people connect with you who can't make Thursday morning, Richard?
The best way to connect with us would be through our website, rdtinvest.co.uk. There are some links there in order to get in contact with us. Also by email, richard.thorpe@rdtinvest.co.uk. And I'm on all the usual social media channels. So look me up, Richard Thorpe, and I'm on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
Brilliant. I just want to say huge thanks for you taking time out today, and I look forward to seeing you on Thursday.
Likewise.
Thanks, Richard.
Cheers,
Thank you.